Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and this is Catnip Dreaming, and today is gonna be another Disney recipe. I have my Mickey necklace on, so I'm all ready for this. But rather than a Disney World recipe, we're actually gonna be doing a Disneyland recipe. And this recipe is a spin on a classic dish from Mexico, or I should say a classic dessert from Mexico. So it's a mangonada. So a mangonada is traditionally a mango drink that has some sour elements and some spice elements and some sweetness, obviously from the mangoes, and it's kind of play on different textures with the mango drink and then some fresh mangoes, delicious, inside with it. And it's got the main ingredients that really drive this are chamoy and tahini seasoning. And the chamoy is kind of sour and it has some fruit flavors with a little bit of sweetness and some chili. And then the tahini is like a dry spice that has some lime and some chilies. So that's gonna be layered with this delicious mango. And so traditionally it is a mango drink, but so the one I'm making is from Claravel's hand scooped ice cream. And rather than a mango drink, we're gonna make a mango sorbet. And this is gonna be a very quick mango sorbet, which is kind of reminiscent of a Dole Whip. It's kind of creamy and it's got some coconut milk and some fresh mango and some lime juice and some mango juice in there as well. And that's gonna be kind of the basis, and then we'll have the other ingredients. So we're gonna start out by taking some frozen mango and we're gonna add it into a blender with some sugar, some lime juice, some mango juice, and some coconut milk. And depending on how sweet the mangoes are, we actually might not add any sugar. We'll see. All right, we're gonna start out by making the sorbet. So you're gonna need some frozen mango, which I have right here. And this is a 12-ounce bag. I think I'm gonna use, I bought 2 of them. I wanna have enough to kind of save this. So I'm looking to get 3 cups out of each bag. So we're gonna do 6 cups of frozen mango. So we're gonna go ahead and add that to the blender. All right, so I have one of the bags of mango chunks in here, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add the second bag. We're gonna go ahead and add 1 can of mango juice. And then we're gonna add half a cup of coconut milk, maybe a little bit more depending on how much liquid we need. And then we're just gonna finish this off with the juice of 1 lime. And then we're gonna go ahead and blend the mixture. All right, so I can just tell that the consistency is gonna be about right. However, I do wanna taste it. Oh, this looks so good. I do wanna taste it to make sure that it is sweet enough, because I did add like the lime juice, the coconut milk, and the mango juice, which should have a lot of sweetness to it. And depending on how ripe I know they were frozen. Depending on how ripe the mangoes were, we'll just taste it to make sure it's sweet enough. So this definitely has the consistency that I'm looking for. It's very thick, like a sorbet. Almost kind of reminds me of a Dole Whip, which makes sense because of the coconut milk. I'm just gonna go ahead and taste it for sweetness. That's sweet enough for me. But if you like really like sweet desserts, if you could add maybe a couple tablespoons of sugar. I like that it just tastes like mango, and then the richness of the coconut milk, I think it goes really well together. So we're gonna take this out of the blender and we're gonna put it into a shallow pan so it can just kind of set a little bit. We'll put it in the freezer, and by the time that we cut our mango and get everything else ready, this should be nice and set. You guys can just see how like thick and rich this sorbet is. It's really good. If you weren't a fan of having that kind of rich flavor, you could omit the coconut milk and just add more mango juice, or if you even wanted to make it a little bit less sweet, you could add water to substitute the amount of liquid we use for the coconut milk. I did not add any additional coconut milk. This looks so delicious, and I've got my Anna spatula already in the Disney mood. But yeah, see, it's a little bit liquidy, like it's starting to melt slightly on the corners, so I just definitely want to let this set. But that is like a perfect consistency. That's what you're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some mango into a small dice and cut a lime in half, and then we'll get ready to assemble these delicious mangonadas. All right, so the mango and lime are all cut up, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the ingredients so we can start assembling and making this delicious dessert. All right guys, so we're getting ready to start to assemble. So I have our mango all diced up, some lime, I have the chamoy and the tahini. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the chamoy on this plate and some of the tahini on this plate, and then we're gonna take our glasses. We're gonna go ahead and dip them in the chamoy and the tahini. So we're gonna kind of line this, oh it's thick. We're gonna go ahead and line the glass and the chamoy. Okay, make sure you get around. And then the tahini. All right, our glasses are all lined and just kind of like garnished with the tahini and the chamoy. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the chamoy to the bottom of the cups as well as on the sides. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the fresh mango. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lime juice on it. And then we're not gonna add all of it, we're just gonna add a little bit to the cups. All right, so our cups are all ready. So I have our mango sorbet. We're gonna go ahead and start scooping that right into the cups. And then we're gonna add a little bit more of the chamoy. A little bit more mango. Then top with more sorbet. And then finish off with more mango. And then the finishing touch is the tahini seasoning. Alright guys, we have our delicious mangonadas that are inspired by mangonadas, but a little bit different from Disneyland with the mango sorbet instead of the mango drink. They look so delicious. I really can't wait to eat this. Alright guys, the true test is to actually taste it, so I got my spoon. Mmm. Wow. That's so good, oh my god. It's like the best dessert ever. It's like salty and sour and sweet and kind of funky from the mango. And it didn't take that long to make. I mean, the sorbet was the longest thing because I had to let it set, but this was so incredibly delicious. I highly recommend that you make this. Well, it's a mangonada, but it's definitely a little bit different because I made a sorbet rather than just like the mango drink. So if you're gonna do the mango drink, I would just do frozen mangoes, water, and sugar, and maybe a little bit of lime juice. But I made this a little bit creamier with the coconut milk because I know Disney does a lot of Dole Whips, so I figured this would be kind of similar to a Dole Whip, but I gotta go in for another bite. This is so good. Guys, I had a lot of fun making this one. This was really different. I usually do Walt Disney World recipes, so it was nice to do a Disneyland recipe because I don't think that they offer this at Disney World. They should. It's amazing. Because I like it, it's a little bit different than your typical dessert. I like really acidic desserts and like kind of fresh and fruit desserts, and adding that level of the lime and the chili and the sourness from the chamoy. This was 10 out of 10. One of the best desserts I've ever had, if I do say so myself. I can't take full credit for it. It was just inspired by a traditional mangonada. Sorry, I'm just looking at it because I gotta take another bite. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you have a suggestion for another Disney recipe that you'd like for me to make, because this actually was a suggestion that I was given, because I probably would have never made this because I didn't even know that Disney made this. So I'm really excited for your guys' suggestions. So leave me a comment down below if there's a different Disney recipe you'd like for me to make, and I will link up above my playlist of Disney recipes because I have quite a few that I've done, but I know that I'm just scratching the surface. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks!